Same old. Yeah. Wow. Woo, yeah. Ari's back. Matt's back.
Been a while.
Yeah, I'm tired already. We haven't started.
Live from the Black Rock Conspiracy Farm. I didn't know they had one of those.
Do they farm for conspiracies?
It's an all-new, terrific Tuesday edition of Business Pants, joined by Ari, the Data Queen, and Analyst Hall, Matt Moscardi. Whoa.
Ooh, a terrific Tuesday. Okay.
Is it terrific?
In today's EV air fryer, well, that makes sense,
That actually is Ari's favorite kind of air fryer.
called July 16th, 2024, a very forced good game. Yeah. Nothing else. Nothing.
Wait, why is it forced? You're not happy?
I don't know about you two. I don't know where you've been for the last 10 days, but it's been dire. It's been some dire
Some
news.
Stuff happened.
But I'm trying to avoid all the...
quiet.
Look, if you want to get out any of your opinions about anything that have happened over the last few weeks, do it now before we get to the good game. And that includes things like Elon Musk, promising $45 million a month to the man who was almost assassinated. Or how about him donating his sperm to colonize a colony in Mars? Or whatever else you want to talk about. Now is the time if you want to say anything negative.
So get all the bad things out right now is what you're saying. Just purge the bad stuff.
If you need to. Or we can go right into a very forced good game where I spent many, many hours looking at the headlines from today to July 2nd, trying to wring out like a sad tear of happiness out of the headlines. I tried.
Happy ringing.
Let's just say that everything's horrible. Let's play the good game, shall we? Shall we let's just play it?
Do we have music for this?
We usually play something like this. So
fine. All right, okay. Well, this is how bad it is. I don't know. This is how weak the good game headlines are, because listen to this first one. I mean, this says it all.
Uh-huh.
Sam Altman backed startup scaling technology to store carbon dioxide in rocks.
In rocks.
In rocks.
That's
our first option for the good game.
That sounds like a joke.
I just thought it was funny storing CO2 in rocks. I don't know. I just thought this is what the left is doing. We're trying to shove CO2 in rocks.
Is that the left?
Well,
What
I
is
don't know.
that?
I mean, the headline says Sam Altman backed. For all I know, he put 0.01% of the capital in this company. I have no idea.
Oh my God.
But we're a people-focused show. We're people-focused data, and Sam Altman is a
Now
CEO
we're a
that's really in the
rock-focused
news.
show.
Yeah. Come on. What do you think about? All right, this one is especially for you. Do you like the idea of shoving carbon dioxide into
rock
rocks?
battery?
I think climate change needs all the approaches possible.
Ooh,
Yes,
I like
exactly.
that.
Exactly.
Including exploring storing CO2 in
Well,
rocks.
you never know what's going to work, right? We got to keep at it.
I give this a 7.
Okay, I'll take a 7. I'll take a 7.
Wrong answer. I'm gonna give this a 5 to kick off the good game. I don't know anything about the
Rocks?
I'm no meteorologist, but I don't know anything about storing CO2 in rocks.
What kind of rocks
I don't
are
know
those
any
that
geology.
people
I don't know.
use to feel good,
Like
They're not
pet
rocks. No. They're not called rocks. Crystals. There we go.
Oh yeah, maybe it's like energy crystals.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, Sam Altman's from California.
Whatever works.
It's kombucha crystals.
Well, how do you feel about
I don't know what to... what I don't like is anything prior to the CO2 and rocks part of the statement.
Well, how do you feel in general about this world we cover of boards and CEOs, where the CEOs seem to be making a lot of decisions for our society? Do you like that? How they're the ones backing things, they're the one sending money in elections and colonizing. Do you like that part of it?
They're the ones that have money, and they're the ones that get covered because they're CEOs. I don't think they're the only
Well, that's
people
what we
doing
do
it.
here, right? I mean, we're...
Right.
Are you asking us our real opinion about that?
Oh, let's just move on. Let's stay with Sam Altman, though. Let's stay with
Hate
the
it.
OpenAI.
Do we have to? We just failed with that one.
Help people with this one. This is important. This was in the news a lot about 10 days ago. OpenAI board shakeup Microsoft out, Apple backs away amid AI partnership scrutiny. So what do you think about this? Is this good?
Is this foreshadowing?
No,
know
isn't
if
the
this is
devil in
good.
the details of this?
Go ahead.
They took themselves out of like the board observer role, which no one understood.
Yeah.
Right? Like, which is like, that was the guy in the shadows with the cigarette that like was
Ridiculous
actually calling the shots.
farce.
It was so dumb. It was the oversight committee at Facebook. And now isn't there another role that they have? Isn't it like some
there's
sort of
a legit role.
yeah, like some
Not
sort of
observing
advisory role
What
or
the hell
something?
is going on over there is the real question.
I mean, there's no way they're out. Like they control.
Well, we know Microsoft, has a
What
literal
about
ownership
Apple?
stake. No,
Yeah.
don't they have a pretty
What-
sizable ownership stake? Apple's involved because they have partnered with OpenAI as part of their new iOS, right? Is that right?
They are integrating
Integrating.
OpenAI into their own version into Siri to make
before
Siri
you-
not suck.
But they're
Before you vote
backing
on
away.
this, help me with this tangent I was thinking about. Apple announced the integration of AI into their iOS within the last few weeks, and they also released a streaming show on their network about AI that kills people. What do you think about that? No, I'm serious. It stars Rashida Jones. It's about a woman who's living in Japan who's dealing with killer AI robots. Like, what are we supposed to make of this confluence? Is it just a big joke, all this? What the hell is going on? I don't know. But anyway, that's a tangent we don't need to vote on.
Again, I don't know that this is a real board shakeup anyway. I mean,
Sounds like a
on
5.
the board, now
Yeah.
just remember, on the actual board of OpenAI, the non-observer board of OpenAI, is Brett
Non-observer
Taylor
board.
and
Larry Summers.
and Larry Summers and the ex-CEO, the CEO of Quora, who is ex-Facebook. This isn't exactly like, oh, good, the tech bros are out, and all of a sudden it's not an antitrust problem. It's still the same thing. It's just different bros who are not observing. I don't know. This seems like nothing burger to me. It feels like this is all devil in the details. I'm giving this a 5.
Ari?
I'd give it a 5 as well.
Ooh, a
Moving
double
on.
5.
McDonald. Well, I think it's appropriate for the week that some of us are having, will keep having. McDonald's and Walmart will give employees college credit for the on-the-job work that they're doing in the
What?
stores. Yeah. All right.
How are they?
I feel like this one's for you, Ari.
How can they give college credit?
Well,
Which college class is that?
I think what they're saying is that it is akin to things that they could be learning at a college, a trade school, or it's like on the job training, right? Like
Okay. So
it's like Northeastern Northeastern has a program of a co-op program, right, where you get credit
like,
for doing
I'm
real
a
work.
McDonald's worker and I'm applying for a different McDonald's job, they will see my previous employment and give me the equivalent of college semesters.
I think it's trying to help their employees
Because McDonald's
save
and
money.
Walmart can't actually give you college credit, right? Like,
Well, they
No,
can.
but
They're not a
They're going
college.
to partner with
community
schools,
college,
yes.
which actually, so they announced a
to
while
save
ago that
them save the
they
the
would
workers' money.
actually support tuition or scholarships at certain institutions.
that's great.
And well, they picked the institutions, right? Like,
Oh.
so it was like a very small list of like one.
I think one of them is Free Float University.
But this ostensibly would be an extension of that, in which for working with them, the college that they work with gives them college credit.
You know, I love this. This is good.
Let's not forget
Yeah,
that there
why
are
not?
that off the top of my head there are over 1 million workers at Walmart, and I think 2 million at McDonald's. Like that might be worldwide, but still, we're talking about a lot of people here.
It's a lot of credits.
I would really like McDonald's and Walmart doing this.
Yeah.
Seems like the last institutions that should be like.
Are you saying
if
it's too
this was-
woke? Are you saying it's too woke to help your
Well,
worker?
It's definitely woke. But no, I'm saying like if it was like Home Depot and it was like combined with a trade school, that would be super interesting.
Oh,
Like
that's
we
cool.
need a lot of that.
It's a great idea. Why don't you pitch
Well,
it?
maybe this will catch
but
on.
McDonald's, like
Listen, the
operating
stuff
a
that
fryolator
they
or-
deal with every day, they should have a they
what
get
they
a
deal with is AI nugget orders that are 300 nugget orders long because the AI screwed it up. So do you get college credit in AI for that?
hey, problem solving in low wage jobs is the real deal.
Sure.
I give this a 9.
Nice.
Wow, that
Come
is
on, Matt.
incorrect.
It was gonna be an 8 before Matt started talking.
I like it. Matt, what do you got?
I give it a 6.
Marathon Oil agrees to pay record EPA penalty. So this is about, I guess that they basically polluted Native American land, which surprises nobody, in, I think, North Dakota?
Of course they did.
It's a $242 million settlement, including a $65 million civic penalty. So that's the highest ever, I guess.
So
but
now when Marathon Oil appeals this to the Supreme Court,
No,
the
I think
Supreme Court says
I think-
the EPA has no authority.
Well, that's true. I hadn't thought of that coming down the pike. Yeah, but we're not allowed to talk about the bad stuff coming.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Focus
like,
on this. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Marathon Oil also isn't that where Greg Goff came from? He was from Marathon, right? I believe he's
I
from
thought
Marathon
Goff
Oil.
was, yeah, I don't
He's
recall
definitely
that.
oil.
Yeah.
If he's
look
from
that up.
Marathon Oil, then my guess is this is probably when he was there, because these fines don't come like, it's not like they spilled something in indigenous lands and then 20 days later they're like, here's $200 million to clean it up. It's like they spill it and then 30 years later they're like, here's $5 to help you
Yeah,
from
that
that thing that
sucks.
happened. So my guess is that this is during the Greg Goff era. And again, I'm only going off the headline here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't. Yeah, Greg Goff was executive vice chair at Marathon Petroleum for only 1 year. It looks like he's spent most of his time at ConocoPhillips, but I hear what you're saying.
The only reason why I bring up Greg Goff is because he's currently on the Exxon board and was put there as an environmental activist by Engine Number One.
Okay, well.
And while he was on the Exxon board, sued an actual environmental activist for this year.
Shut them up good. Shut them up permanently. They're never going to talk to them again.
That was the actual
Yeah.
that was the actual thing. A record EPA penalty is nice, but
Yeah, it's not the
I
worst.
don't know how
It's so
it's
sad.
it's
this
a
is the
non-deterrent
record.
anymore
Yeah,
because there is no authority.
65 million. Though.
I'm just waiting for this to get struck down. Again, the good game is not so good anymore. It is. We need to come up with a new
on,
I'm
give me a
game.
gonna give
number.
this a 6.
Matt.
That might be the right number. That's a 6. Yeah.
Okay, another one for Ari. The world's first hydrogen-powered ferry is coming to San Francisco and will be free for the first 6 months.
This is amazing.
Okay, here we
This
go.
is a
See?
10. Wow.
Matt, you
Even
agree with
holding
that?
out.
Where do they get the hydrogen from? Do they have is it like a hydrogen?
I think it's from
plant
Ari's
station?
baby.
No, that's the methane.
All right.
Ew.
I don't have a problem with this. Although I wish they would stop doing it in San Francisco because it's just it's like it feels so. It's like the self-driving cars, the Waymos that are only in San Francisco because it's like the tech bros live there and then they like build
This
themselves.
is their own tech city.
It's like their own tech playground, and then no one else gets it, or
Well,
they get it and it destroys humanity.
It's gotta
There's no
start somewhere.
middle ground.
There was a headline about people. There's been a rash of Waymo tire slashings in San Francisco. So the good news here is that
Ooh.
I don't think. Pretty sure that ferries don't have tires. So I think we're doing well here, right?
That's true. I
What are
wonder
you
what
gonna
happens when you slash hydrogen. I wonder what happens.
Sounds dangerous. What do you
I
got?
like this. I like this. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Meta banned from mining data to train its AI models in Brazil.
Wow.
Hey, a lot of people live in Brazil.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
A lot of people.
The vast majority of their AI mining was probably in Brazil.
Well, it could be the start of something worldwide here, right? Just like Ari was saying with
Way to
McDonald's
go,
and
Brazil.
Walmart giving out college credit. Maybe that could spread. Why can't this spread?
Didn't Europe already do this too? Like all of Europe? Did Europe do this?
I should know the answer to that, but I don't.
I don't either. I think this is nice, except that what should happen is Meta should be banned from anything
General.
ever and anywhere.
Well, Trump did threaten to put Mark Zuckerberg in jail if he got reelected to
Oh.
president. I don't understand that story. But then again, like half the stuff this idiot says.
well, that's
doesn't make
Zuckerberg
sense,
has
but-
not pledged $45 million a year to Trump's campaign.
40, no,
so
sorry,
that's
Matt.
why.
Please get your figures right. It's $45 million a month.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
insane.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's way
Insane.
better.
And by the way, for any of you in our audience who's still driving a Tesla after Elon Musk is committed to $45 million a month to Trump after saying in April that he does not support either candidate and will not support any presidential
Yeah.
candidate. I think it's time to grow up and get a
He's such a-
Honda.
he's
Okay,
such
go to
a
the
liar.
Toyota
Get a
factory.
Honda.
Just grow up. Seriously, like
grow
really.
up, pick a chable somewhere, preferably in Asia, or a family like the Ford family, and just stick with them.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
better.
I like the words meta band together.
See, thank
Ooh,
you.
See,
So
What's your number, Ari?
8.
Matt?
I will give it a 7.
We got a lot to go. We got a lot to go through here. So
That's okay. This is a 45-minute experience.
Nintendo pledges.
Oh, I already like it. I already
We
like.
don't have a lot of
I don't
pledges.
like
I love
it.
pledges.
I
No,
don't.
you're gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one. Nintendo pledges its games will be made by humans. That's where we've come
I
in
don't
history,
believe
Ari.
it.
This is
I
where
don't
we are in
believe it.
history. Mark this day in 2024.
That's what they say now. This is
They're
definitely going to
pledging.
change.
They're pledging.
No, this means nothing.
By 2050,
I don't know.
But you know what? I like that they're so optimistic that they think they're going to hold out.
Yeah.
I like-
So I'm going to give this an 8.
But
optimism.
but the subtext is important, Ari. What you said, that when you pledge something, it's probably not going to happen, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
no.
yeah. That's like your that's
they're
your
sealing
okay
the
to
deal.
lie.
Like there's
Yeah.
no way that this is going to happen. in
What
10
we've
years.
discovered, which is why we have this category, is that essentially if you make a pledge or a vow,
That's it.
or,
You're done.
or if you set a timetable to 2050, it's a lot. It's like it's a very like intelligent lie, is what it is. It's a very
did they pledge
yeah.
it for the present? Because this pledge seems to just be an open pledge. Did they pledge tomorrow we will make the game with humans? Like, what was there's no time period here, so I don't know what that even means. I'm giving this a 5. This is a 5.
But the headline's fun, no?
The headline is funny, which might give it a 5.2.
Amazon. It is Prime Day now as we speak at Amazon. In fact, I saw a headline saying that Amazon delivery drivers are going to try to get early shifts and bring toilet paper with them. I don't know what either one of those
That's
means.
not, I don't like the second part.
Why do you need an early shift, and why are you pooping in
Because
the
it's so
in the truck?
hot. Oh my
But
god!
why
so
can't
hot.
you use a bathroom? Why are you going to the bathroom in your truck? I don't get that part of it.
Hopefully in the box of
Maybe
Prime
they
Day
have-
stuff that someone else bought because it's so stupid
Ew.
that you're buying.
Like they're
Maybe they have
planning
dry
on it.
toilets.
But they're planning on it. I don't get why the glee to plan on that maneuver. I don't know. I don't
So
understand that.
you
but-
know, Target announced its own Prime Week now. Like they
Oh,
have their
God.
own Prime Week, and Walmart last year did a Prime version of their own. So now we're just in the era of everybody has it's like summer Christmas, where you buy stuff you don't need for slightly reduced prices, and then throw it away. It's this whole concept is dumb. Like I don't understand the whole thing. Like I don't. So I'm giving.
Well, wait, I haven't even given you the headline yet.
Oh, that's not the headline. We're not even there.
That's
Oh,
the
not the-
background. That's the
I thought
background of the
toilet paper
headline.
was the headline.
Yeah, that's not. How is that good? That they're
I don't
they're
know.
pooping
Well, they-
in their vans. There's nothing good
But
about
they
that.
can wipe
Hair.
themselves. That might be better than last year.
Ugh. I don't like the thought of all that. I know Ari is a big fan of van pooping, but I'm not.
That is true.
Amazon hits 100% renewables moment 7 years ahead of schedule. So they hit their target. They actually hit their target 7
That's
years ahead of
awesome.
schedule, right? I mean, I don't, but why was it so easy? And why are they still having Prime Day if they care about the environment? That's my other question.
What is the moment?
I guess there was a
They plugged one
That's
more
it.
in.
Yeah,
and
for
they
1
were like,
second.
That's it. We got it.
so it had a goal to have its global operations with 100% renewable energy. It hit the milestone in 2023. They originally pledged 2030. Yeah, there must have been some light switch connected to, some rock somewhere in Sam Altman's hydrogen-flavored basement in Hawaii. I don't know what happened, but
I think Damien just became an electrical engineer.
This is awesome. This is a 10, of course.
What a 10?
wow.
Of course, 100%.
Well, I'm surprised you're saying that in light of the fact that the all the destruction being done through Prime Days, right? Like, what's the deal with Prime Day, right?
Would you rather them just destroy everything altogether, or
Yes.
have one part be 100%
Sure.
renewable?
I don't know.
I
don't know
choose the
anymore.
latter.
That is such resignation to defeat.
I
Would you
don't-
rather them destroy the universe
Well-
totally or partially?
Here's what gets me the most is that, as we beg people to pay attention to CEOs and to who runs these boards, and as more and more headlines are saying that basically this run to AI is going to use so much energy that they might not even get to their AI goals, but the effect it's going to have on the globe could be and is so devastating. But it's like no one pays attention to these things anymore. I don't know, because people are getting shot in their ears. That's more exciting. But
Well,
anyway.
we can say that this headline's good while criticizing everything else they do.
Yeah, no, that's why I pulled it. I mean, there's definitely some
Yeah.
good in this headline.
So who was that? Is not Patricia Stonecipher. I think we need to fix that picture on our platform. I'm looking at the Amazon board on freeflowanalytics.com where you can get the boards for free and like how they perform.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Our show today is being sponsored by FreeFlow Analytics, the only platform measuring board power, connections, and performance for free. Yeah, there you go.
So who was on the board that made the interesting part to me would be who was on the board that made the pledge to get to 100% renewables.
2019 was the...
So they got there early. So now I want to track those board members and see where else they've gone to see what other renewable pledges they've made and or hit. Because that to me is the fascinating part. Just for that concept alone, I'm going to give this an 8.
I think Ari's right. I think this is a 10. I mean,
I think it's a 10.
You can't override my number.
In 2019, the company
Type
was
of
at
10.
42% renewable energy. They set a goal for 2030. They hit it 7 years early. Like, we don't even see stories like this ever. So it feels like a 10
I think
to
the
me.
vast majority of their carbon comes from driving the stupid thing from their
Thought you
factory
were gonna
that's
say
renewable
drooling.
to your house.
Spouses, mostly women, could inherit $9 trillion from their partners in the next 25 years. I don't
Yes.
even know.
What?
What that means is women outlive men. The boomers are all dying, and the women are going to get all the money.
It's going to be a whole bunch of rich women. All right.
It's going to be a bunch of
let's
rich
do it.
women who will live for another 2 years before they die.
Let's do it.
And it is a proven fact that the majority of people who give a shit about free flow and our shows are women.
Oh,
so this
yeah.
this is
That
good
is
for
a
us.
proven fact. That's
100%.
really good for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give
So
this a
so
10.
send out all that money. Don't pull a Melinda Gates. Don't send it to organizations that help women and children. Send it to us direct. Send it directly to
Honestly,
us.
what you should do with that money is you should invest it in companies that empower women and do good things. And then you make more money while actually doing good things. That's what you should do. You should take risk with it.
What's your score here,
I'll give this a 9.
Ari?
I give this a 10.
I'll give anything a 10.
And finally, I have one more in this first section I call the boring section, and then we're going to end the show on the fun section.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
So that was this is the last headline in the boring section. The headline reads, "Not caused by an act of God. In a rare court action, an Oregon county seeks to hold fossil fuel companies accountable for extreme temperatures." First of all, before you get to all this, What has happened to headline writers that they think that they're allowed to write headlines that are 700 words long? What's going on?
I like all the information I got.
All right,
That was a lot.
That's happening in the state of Oregon. Another court case against fossil fuel companies.
I forgot about the act of God thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you believe
'Cause
in
you're an
that,
atheist, that's
isn't
why you forgot.
everything that?
Yes, of course, of course.
Like, so
Yes.
why is that
Literally
a clause?
everything, yes.
Like, literally everything is
Yeah.
that.
I'm not overusing the word literally there. That's the whole point of God.
I guess this is good. Is this good?
Way
Look,
to
this
go,
is-
Oregon County.
I mean, look,
Whatever county you are in Oregon.
It's
I
not
hope
gonna-
I hope it's population of more than 5 people.
it's the
But-
county. It's the county that where you could guess
Where
where
Portland is.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course.
That's more than 5 people.
Yeah,
Look-
but it's the 7 liberals that live in Oregon. I'll give this. I like that. I like that someone in an official capacity said this wasn't an act of God, even though God is everything is an act of God. I like that distinction. I like that they had to sit down and parse that.
Yeah.
Yep. That person's probably very hot and doesn't have AC. I give
Oh, I
this
feel
a
right now.
10.
I'm gonna give
Wow.
this 8.
All right, let's get to our fun section of the good
Ooh,
game.
fun.
All right. Should we? Do we need fun?
Yeah, give me
music
fun music.
again.
Fun.
Yeah, all
fun
right.
music.
Here's a little fun music.
These were not
Wait.
so terrible, Damien, by the way.
Is that the same music for the boring section?
Yeah, it is. It is. Your options are limited.
It's
You're,
fun.
you're patronizing our audience. You're demeaning our audience.
We have an audience.
Here we go.
Give me this fun section.
I kind of like this one, but I don't. I think they're going to disagree with me. Climate crisis is making days longer. Study finds
Huh.
more
I'm
sunlight.
tired. I don't
More
want
sunlight.
this. No.
How does
No.
the climate crisis link to more sunlight? Just less clouds?
I don't. I don't actually. Part of it is that I think this is combined. I hope this is
Is the Earth tipping differently?
Okay. Yes. The answer is yes, Matt.
Stop.
What?
They're attributing a different spin based on polar caps melting in the poles, right? So it is having an effect on the.
I don't like that at all.
But for those of us who live in New England, we like a little daylight here. We don't have 11 p.m. sunsets like they do in Barcelona. Everyone's happy. We're not that happy here in New England, so this could help us.
The happiest countries in the world are in Scandinavia, where it's dark for 80% of the year.
They're happy because they're racist xenophobes and they have a lot of oil money. That's why they're happy.
Oh, they're potential clients.
Sorry, I announced that on the show. Yeah.
I don't like
Wow,
this.
I don't like that at all.
I'm going to give this a 3.
These do
gonna
get
give
funner. These do get funner.
That's a 0.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't want the climate crisis to make my. That's
I
not
just
silver
wanted a little more
lining.
daylight. All right, let's try this one. I think Matt, you're really going to appreciate this one. This is the fun good game headlines. NASA praises Boeing's stranded Starliner for managing not to explode while docked to space station.
Was that
That's
the quote?
good news, right?
Was that the quote? Is that
That's the headline from futurism.com. Yes, that's what's going on.
I love that.
Yeah.
It didn't explode. Did you see that?
That's good.
guys?
But that's good, right, Ari? I mean, you're
That
an
is
engineer.
really good. They were very concerned
mean,
about this.
The first part of that is they're stranded and have no way home. But the second part of that is great. It didn't explode.
But isn't that like a little too woke? Isn't this like giving participation trophies? Like, what are we doing here in society? Right? I mean, what?
This is. If you look at the content of it, it's horrible. But if you look at the headline, it's fantastic. I'm gonna give the headline only a 9,
Yes.
just so you
Ari?
feel better about
I
the.
gave this an 8.
All right, moving on with our fun good game headlines. Here's another one. This is good news because you'll see the headline, but they found this. This is good news. A wheel ripped off a Boeing crafted plane mid-flight and was found in Los Angeles.
Wow.
See, they
Where? In
found
someone's
it.
house?
Okay, but the good news is they found the wheel, right? Anyone?
Oh
Anybody?
my
Hello?
What are they going to do with the
God.
wheel? Are they going to put it back on? That wheel didn't work.
Sell
Don't
it on
use that
eBay.
one.
Boeing needs help.
Actually, if that wheel was on sale on eBay, I might buy that
might
wheel
buy
and
it,
put it
yeah.
on the wall of the Free Flow offices to remember what failure looks like.
Oh my God. All this stuff falling from the skies.
I
give
just
this-
bought a WorldCom, MCI WorldCom plastic mug from like
nice.
the actual.
Where was that
vintage,
found?
A Poshmark.
In Albuquerque?
I think that one fell on somebody in Kentucky.
Give me a quick score for this one.
I
don't
give
know.
this a 2. This is horrible.
Well, they found it though. All right, what do you think?
They did. They
Ari?
found
I
it.
mean,
It's a
Matt.
5. It's a 5.
They
shouldn't
this
have
one,
lost
This one's
it.
better. I just find this one. I know that the context of the headline makes this seem bad. I just find this to be beautiful. And this is not a Boeing. An Airbus A380 flying to London turned back when the powerful scent of laundry detergent made people feel sick and dizzy.
Oh no!
This sounds like
Come on,
my
isn't that
husband
good?
was on this flight.
Don't you love all that?
This
I mean,
is
laundry
hilarious.
detergent, isn't that wonderful? I find this nice for some weird reason.
God.
I mean,
Nobody?
Well, it depends on the scent. Was it like cotton scent? Was it lemon
I just find
scent?
this like in a world of bad news. I just find this one ridiculous. It
This
just
is
made
so
me laugh.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
like,
love this.
Can
This
you
is a 10.
imagine? It smelled so strongly that people were dizzy.
They're
like people were like, "Oh,
They got in their own heads about it.
Yeah, they're lying. I know they're lying. Dizziness is. I think you're right. Dizziness often is a psychosomatic disorder.
I'm trying to find the good part of this. I
So
don't like
funny.
flights. I don't like London. I don't
But of
like
all things
laundry.
to go bad, there was a little extra like tide in the like. I mean, what are we doing here?
But,
Like,
that again, I mean, like they found the wheel that fell off the Boeing, and the consolation prize is the detergent smell was so strong that you just
Right?
felt
That-
sick. Like
this is
that's
why
the good part of flying
my,
now.
my daughter recently went to France. This is why I specifically picked Airbus. I would
Yeah.
not let her fly on Boeing because I said, look, the worst that's going to happen is that you're going to smell,
You're gonna smell some nasty
hyperallergenic
detergent.
Tide or something. I don't know. That's the worst.
Oh, Jesse would hate that.
You know what? In that case, it is a 7.
All right, come on. Here's another one. This one's for Ari. TikTok users host live co-working sessions on social media app during business hours. What do you think about that?
This is like you and me yesterday.
Yeah, we did this yesterday.
We
kind
did.
We kind of sat together. We weren't really addressing each other. We weren't looking at each other, but I could hear her breathing. So it was. So we were kind of together.
We were alive.
It staved off loneliness for an hour until my
This
computer
is-
needed to be restarted.
Now, do you think TikTok is going to use these videos
Yes.
to?
Oh, you're already getting into conspiracy
Yes.
theory here.
Yeah.
It's exactly they spent. That Slack is doing it too. While you two were staring at your keyboard, Slack was like, the AI was like, stare at keyboard for hours.
You know what? If it helps a couple of people feel less lonely, I give this an 8.
People,
Matt,
if you feel lonely, go see some other people. Don't be on TikTok. That's the key. This is dumb. I don't care.
well, I assume
at
they're
all
working
about
from
this.
home and
This
they
is a
can't
3.
just go. Okay, all right.
This is a
Moving
3.
on. Okay. Here's the headline: immensely disappointing. Nike killing app for $350 self-tying sneakers.
I don't
understand.
Okay, the point is that they were trying to develop self-tying sneakers, and now they're getting rid of that, so people are upset.
But what
I-
about the app? I don't get
They
the
have
app.
self-tying sneakers. It's
so
called
the
Velcro.
the app was so when you're ready to tie your. I just love how ridiculous this is. When it was ready to tie your sneakers, you operate it from your phone.
Stop.
Yes.
Stop.
I just love that Nike was getting into this. I don't know why this made me feel
Oh my God,
good. Look,
this is
again,
ridiculous.
all the other news is so bad, Ari, that this, come on, can you admit that this is good in some weird way?
Hilarious.
For once, I actually wish that the headline was way longer. Like NASA praises Boeing stranded Starliner for managing not to explode. That tells me a lot. Immensely disappointing.
Okay, I got to give you some better context here. The immensely disappointing is in quotes, and that's coming from an executive at Nike who's upset that they're shutting this down.
It is immensely disappointing that no one wants to use an app to tie their shoes. That's true.
This is funny. I give this a 7.
This is horrifying.
No, Ari's right.
Hilarious.
Back to back with TikTok
Ari's
users
right.
who are talking to each other. That means we cannot look up from our phones long enough to even tie our shoes
This
now.
is the fun section.
This is the fun
Also,
section.
This is the further
Like
depressing
fun
section.
house.
'Cause here's the thing.
Matt, if you have a
Nike-
problem, yeah, go ahead.
Nike invested in this.
Yes.
Nike took millions
Hey.
of Nike dollars and spent them on whatever
Matt.
this immensely disappointing thing
If
is.
you're upset
they
about
didn't
this,
buy free float data. They did that.
vote your shares, Matt. Pinpoint the director. We can help you with our data. Pinpoint the director
I'm
that you're
gonna go
upset
buy
that
Nike stock.
that couldn't get this app made and vote him out.
Yeah, I think it's Phil Knight. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, what's your score on this?
I'm going to give this a 5. This
All
is
right, and
immensely
finally-
disappointing.
And
as a
finally, in the
fun
good game
section.
for July 16th, 2024, our attempt to make somebody feel better because it's been some rough news. This one just seems like a sure winner, but I won't. I mean, come on. If you, this is like a 3 million to me. Ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Hippos, right?
I already like it.
That's short for hippopotamuses, Ari. Hippos.
Thank you.
Plot of
Hippos can launch themselves airborne for split seconds at a time, surprising scientists.
Oh.
Yeah.
We didn't know that of hippos
Come on.
before?
This is a 100. This
How
is
can they do that?
Actually,
They're quite large.
Those spindly legs. Don't they have spindly legs?
if you want the good game to represent good things from now on, make it
Yeah.
all about hippos and squirrels and outer space. And there are 10s every time. Every single time.
I also give this a 10.
Yeah, that is the correct answer.
And,
They're so cute.
Matt, I know you spoke to someone recently who was on our
Who
platform.
was a
and-
hippo.
and said and criticized some of my headline choices, right? And to them, I say, and I know they're listening. I say, lighten up, okay? I mean, you need a few hippo stories among your like 9,000, people who are angry at ESG and they want to shove it in a rock or whatever. Like, come on, lighten up a little
To
bit.
them, I say hippos vote their shares. So
More than human. So that's it. That's the good game. The scores for this week. Not so bad actually. Ari coming in with her normal 8, and Matt coming in with his normal 6. So that's
how
about
are
right,
they a
right?
6? They're only like
That's about
two,
right.
two above 5, I feel like.
Because there are so many 5s.
There was a lot of 5s. It was, yeah. So, I don't feel good after the good game.
Oh, you momentarily felt. I saw you and Ari laughing.
I'm going to go read about hippos.
Yeah, I'm going to follow up on the hippo story to feel better about myself. That's all we got. That's Ari the Data Queen and Hazelnut Rollis, and I am your analyst, Matt Muscari. We are Free Float. If you like this, we will be back on Thursday to do a proxy countdown, although I don't think we're covering proxies.
Well,
now,
maybe we'll review. Let's review some meetings more in
review
depth.
some meetings. We're going to look back at how well we did, and we'll give you some information. And on Friday, we're going to wrap up the week with a surprise special guest this
Yes,
week.
like who will be here for most of the summer. I think she promises.
A special guest. I'm only saying this week because we are sure that it's this week. Until later, good